It's Jay Schwanke from Jay Schwanke's Life in Bloom on public television. And thank you so much for attending the Grand Rapids Summer Soiree. You've got a beautiful bunch of flowers, and you might be thinking, what am I going to do with those? So I'm here to help you. I'll show you 3 different things that you can do with the lovely bouquet you got, and it's going to make you feel like a pro. So of course, sometimes people get a bouquet like this, and they just drop it in a vase like this. I've even seen it that way with wrapping still on it in somebody's home. But let me show you a quick way to do what we call the chop and drop. I'm going to take and open up my bunch. We'll remove the rubber band, and we're also going to remove the cellophane and the paper. Now we have our bunch of flowers. I cut that rubber band too, so that I can examine everything. I just like to make a quick trip through the bouquet and look and make sure that there's no petals that need to be removed or any leaves that need to be removed. Anything that, might not look the best. I might pop out of there. But other than that, it looks like I'm ready to go. You're also going to find this inside there. This is super important. It's the flower food. So we're going to open that up and we're going to add it to our vase of water. The great part is that it's a powder and it dissolves. That's going to give our flowers all the nutrients they need and ensure that they last a really long time. So now we have our bouquet, and it was bundled like this. I'm going to size it up to my vase and grab all of my stems together, and I'm going to use a bypass cutter. I love a bypass cutter rather than a scissors or a knife. A bypass cutter, the blade actually bypasses the other blade. And so it cuts it evenly and it cuts it quickly. A scissors can compress the vascular system, and that's going to make your flowers not last as long as they could. It prevents them from taking up water. Our water inside here too is ice cold. So remember to do that. Rather than warm water, I know you've heard that, but let's use cold water because it's going to make our flowers last longer too. That's a great new discovery that's helping flower lovers everywhere. So we're going to cut this off, and we're going to cut off about 3 or 4 inches of it to fit the size of our vase. I love a vase like this because it's got a tapered neck. I call it a smart vase because that tapered neck brings the flowers together just like my hand does, and it gives room for the stems to go out at the bottom. And what we're going to do when we cut this is we're going to cut it at an angle. So I'm not going to go in and cut straight across. I'm going to go in and cut at an angle. So my flower stems have a 45-degree angle that I'm cutting them at with my bypass cutter. Then I can drop it into the vase. I give it a little bit of a fluff like this, and that's probably the easiest way for you to create a beautiful bouquet. The reason that we cut them on an angle is because when they go into a stem at an angle, there's still room for the water to go up into the flower. If we cut them flat, they just sit flat on the bottom of the vase, and it's harder for them to take up water. Now, you might be saying, I would love a shortcut, Jay. Can you show me a shortcut for arranging flowers? You bet. I'm happy to do that. So let's use a vase like this. This vase is shorter, and you'll notice it comes out at an angle. You might also have a glass cube or something like that. But a shorter vase like this, with our beautiful flower bouquet, that doesn't work, right? Okay, so we're going to do something better. And the shortcut, we'll use the same methods that we did on the last one. We'll cut our banding on the outside. We'll trim away our cellophane and also the paper. We've got our great little bag of flower food. So we're going to open that up and we're going to add it to our water, our ice cold water, remember? and that's going to make the flowers last longer. Now, this shortcut I'm going to teach you is actually the shortcut. Easy to remember, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to cut our flowers shorter so that they fit down inside the vase. Many times you might have foliage, or you might have a flower that's an accent flower like this. And what we'll do is we'll start with that. We're going to cut that short, and we're going to cut them at an angle. We're going to remove anything that might fall below the water line and drop them into the vase. As we're doing this, notice how I'm crisscrossing those flower stems. When I crisscross those flower stems, I'm creating a structure for it. And that structure's going to be easy for me to arrange flowers into. So having those stems crisscross from corner to corner and corner is going to make that structure inside there. Cutting the stems shorter helps with arranging, and that's why I like to call it a shortcut. Now here's the other benefit. You'll notice that this is taking a little bit longer to create, but what's exciting about that is the health and wellness benefits of flowers are important. When we're cutting these stems at an angle and placing them in our vase, our body is actually secreting endorphins that make us feel more calm, more relaxed. When we have flowers around the house, we're going to be happier. Things are going to seem better. We're going to feel less depressed. Homes with flowers in them have less arguments. So that's another huge benefit. The great part about this too is that I might be able to add something else to some flowers I purchased at the grocery store or that I bought from a professional florist. Maybe I cut a little something from the garden, and that will help make it more personal. I just stepped outside the door and I grabbed a couple of hosta leaves. I can take a couple of hosta leaves just like this and drop them down into my vase. That's going to personalize this. And I've got flowers or foliage from my own garden going into my arrangement. That makes it even more special. So you'll notice that I'm cutting off almost half of the stem. And then I'm stripping off any foliage that might fall below the water line, making sure I give it that angled cut and going into my vase. Angled cut, remove the foliage, and place it into the vase. The whole time, my body's feeling that release of endorphins that are making me feel happier, making me feel calmer, making me feel less depressed. It's really, truly flower power that they can do for us. I've also got some fun little pieces of lily grass like this. Sometimes when I have a few single stems, I might cut them all at once and place them into my arrangement all at one time. It makes it easier. And the shortcut provides a beautiful arrangement like this that I can set on the center of the table. So let me show you one more quick idea. And this is one of my favorites because what I love is having flowers all around the house. I usually have a special place where I arrange flowers. This is my flower studio, and it's got my special table set up for everything. So I can place my flower arrangements, vases, flowers, tools, all in one spot. So it's my great place to make flowers. I turn on my favorite music, I grab my favorite beverage, and then I can have a great time arranging flowers. Because the flowers have such great health and wellness benefits, it's really important that we enjoy the process. I like to call it my flower ritual. And so I have a special way that I always approach arranging my flowers. and it's a perfect opportunity for me to do so. Now, when I have little vases like this, what I did ahead of time was I took a packet like this and I poured it into a water bottle. Then I have that water bottle and I could add it to all of these containers. That way I'm sure it's measured correctly. I also save another one of these in the fridge so that I can add my flower food to it and top off my arrangements as they start to deplete water. There's no reason for you to change your water if you're using flower food. That's another great benefit of using flower food with your fresh flowers. So now we've got our flowers and we've got 4 vases. So what we'll do is we'll use different things. I love my accent flowers. And so we're going to use one of those accent flowers in this vase. We'll use another couple of the smaller ones over here, and I'm removing all the foliage that would fall below the water line in that vase. We'll use one more over here in this vase. I'm going to cut him a little bit shorter, so I want to make sure I remove anything that's going to fall below that water line. Then I can drop it in there. Perfect. Now here's a couple more pieces, and I'll reserve those to go in with my other flowers as I need them, as I'm arranging. This is a spray rose. I love a spray rose because it's just like a regular rose, only it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blooms on it. So it's a really great flower. If I have one bloom like this, I could do something fun like this. I've got one small low vase that's rounded. I put a little bit of gravel in the bottom. I'm going to add a leaf, and I'm going to drop my rose down inside there. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I can put that next to my bed. I can put it in the bathroom. I can put it in the kitchen. Anywhere I need an inspiration, a little bit of flower power to go around. And now I'm taking my other stems and I'm simply adding them to my other vases. We've got line flowers. Those are flowers that grow in a line. We've got focal flowers like this rose that looks just beautiful and is right up here in the front of my bouquet. We've got other accent flowers like this cute little hypericum. It's a berry, and it's actually the berry of St. John's wort. So you see, I'm having fun arranging these flowers in these 4 vases so that I've got flowers that are going to be able to go all around the house. One of the best things about having flowers around the house is that wherever they go, they make us feel better. And so your flower bouquet can go further when you do flowers around the house. That single little bouquet now has created these cute little arrangements that I can drop anywhere else in the house. So maybe I need to be a little bit more creative. I'll put one in the office. I'll put one in the guest room for friends that are coming over. I'll put one in the kitchen because I like to see flowers when I cook. And then I've got the little vase with the single rose in it. And I can put that in the bedroom next to my bed. There's nothing better than waking up or going to sleep with the smell of fresh flowers. I hope you enjoyed your bouquet that you got from the Grand Rapids Art Museum. Remember, there's wonderful classes at the Grand Rapids Art Museum with all sorts of projects that will inspire you. You can find out more at their website, artmuseumgr.org. And thanks again for being part of the Grand Rapids Summer Soiree. I hope you had some fun with flowers too. Until next time, keep having fun with flowers.